Hello and welcome to the build-up from RamsTV. After getting off the mark here at Pride Park on Tuesday night, today Derby County go for back-to-back home wins. The Rams facing Queen's Park Rangers for the first time since John Eustace's first match in charge of the club. It was back in February, only 24 hours on from Eustace taking over at Moor Farm, and it was a night to forget. Now the links between the Rams boss and Rangers do run deep. Only one of his Derby goals came against them at Pride Park back in 2012. He was on the bench for the playoff final defeat, and he spent 4 years there as a coach. Yeah, you'll hear from the Derby boss about some of those links a little later in the programme. But first, the Rams did get that first home win of the season on Tuesday night. A victory over Norwich. David Ozo, the match winner.
Yeah, it meant a lot to me. Scoring, finally getting our first win, was massive for us. And yeah, you can tell by the celebrations how much it meant to me. Obviously, I came back and spoke about unfinished business, so I felt like that's just a little part to my saying.
How important was it, both on the night to win the game, but also in the context of the season, to get that 3 points?
Yeah, it's important, when you start a season without winning many games, it's tough to get into that winning feeling, so we knew that the first win that comes would be important, and we had to do it sooner than later, and we knew that doing it at home in front of our fans would be massive, and it's something we can take on and, for the next few games.
We know the first half wasn't pretty. I'm fascinated to know what the manager was like with you at half-time.
Yeah, just change the approach at half-time, just a tactical change, and it helped us a lot. And Sondre came in and was so good. I mean, you can tell how much we've missed. And yeah, now the gaffer just told us that there's another half to rectify, and he's not too hard on us. He tells us that it's not over yet, and yeah, it worked.
What's your relationship like with him? Because he brought you back for this season despite not seeing you play last term. So how is that relationship?
Yes, good. We speak after every game. He's got a lot to tell me after every game, doesn't want me to stay too high after my performances, there's always things I can improve on, and yeah, we have that relationship where we can speak about anything, so.
He played your position, of course. Is it easy to relate to him in that sense as well?
Yeah, it is, he's just big about winning your battles, ratting around, and, when you play alongside Travis and Ibu, it's helpful as well, and yeah, it's good to relate with the gaffer, and yeah.
I saw you on the phone in the tunnel not long after the game. Who's the first person you talked to after, well, any game, but a game like that in particular where you score?
My dad, yeah. I speak to him after everything, he's been there from the start, taking me to training, to matches, and, everything I do is for him, so yeah.
Is he giving you pointers, advice, or is it more listening to what you made of it?
Yeah, he always gives me advice, but yeah, it's good.
Your second season at the club, how much have things changed around the place from last term?
Yeah, a lot's changed, staff have changed, the players as well. I spoke about us having more ambition this season. We have players that have won leagues, that have got promoted before, played from big teams in Europe, so there's a real belief in this change and that we can, push on, so yeah.
Who are you close to in that dressing room? There are a lot of new faces, as you say.
I'm close to quite a few of them. I think Bobby Clark, has come in, Owen Beck as well has come in, and I'm quite close to them. Corey, Patrick. I mean, I can say the whole team. I mean, they're all brilliant people, so yeah.
Enjoyed the dance with Patrick on Tuesday. Rehearsed or?
Yeah, he done it at his old team, Charlotte. So we spoke about it before, and I said if one of us score, we'll do it. So yeah.
Looking to the weekend, you're the only recognised central midfielder available for Saturday now. Is there a bit of extra responsibility that you feel going into it?
Yeah, it's big responsibility, but it's what you play football for. There's nothing to shy away from it. So yeah, I'm the only one, but it doesn't really mean anything. Just whoever plays next to me, it's my job to speak to them, to get them to know what to do, and yeah, it's all fine.
And having got that first home win of the season, the monkey off the back, do you feel different now? Do you feel that there is a little bit of pressure off?
Yeah, definitely. There's more confidence in the team now. I mean, I said that we needed to get that first win, and once you get that, I feel like we can go on a run now. So yeah.
That's Derby midfielder David Ozo after his goal on Tuesday night. So the Rams straight back to action here at Pride Park today and facing another side who also won in the week. Yeah, 24 hours after the Rams win over Norwich, QPR won 1-0 in South Wales thanks to Ruman Burrell's early effort. QPR helped by Swansea having a man sent off midway through the first half. Since getting smashed 7-1 by Coventry back in August, Rangers have lost just 1 of 8, picking up 17 points, including 10 on the road, to find themselves on the cusp of the playoff places. Their head coach is Frenchman Julien Stepan.
After a win, like it was the case against Swansea, it's easier to recover because we have only, in fact, 2 days. We need to travel today and to go to Derby with a long travel, another one. We came back very late after the game. So, yeah, for the confidence and mentally as well, it helped us to be more fresh. Because of course this morning the players, they were tired. 2 days after the game, it's the worst day in fact for them, and probably you can see in my face I'm a little bit tired as well. So yeah, we need immediately to switch. It's very important because we have a big battle tomorrow against Derby, and we know that mentally and physically we need to be ready to compete. And I felt that the players this morning, they were okay, even if they were a little bit tired, but they were okay, and they switched completely after Swansea to be focused on now and Derby.
Derby County have only lost 1 of their last 5, 2 of their last 9. While they're at the wrong end of the table at the moment, it's still very, very early days. They're a very difficult team to beat. What are your thoughts on them?
They won the last one. And this is probably the best result for them, and it can completely change the momentum as well for them. So yeah, they won against a good team, because Norwich is not a good position on the table, but this is a very good team and they succeed to win against Norwich. So it's a great performance, a great result for them. And I think in terms of confidence, it's very important. So yeah, we need to be ready tomorrow, to be ready, great battle. And yes, they had 1 more day to recover, second game at home. So I think they will be very fresh physically. So yeah, we need to be ready, I think, until the first second from the last one, because they want probably the objective for them, it will be to have a second win in a row. And so you need to be ready to compete. But I trust that the players this morning switch very quickly between Swansea and Derby. And now they are able to understand that it's another game with another game plan and with another profile of team. And Derby is completely different team if I compare with Swansea. Don't play the same style of play. So yeah, we need to be ready on that. And we have 1 day more with different video session to prepare that.
That's QPR boss Julien Stepan. Time to hear from Derby head coach John Eustace, still smiling after Tuesday's win over Norwich.
Yeah, listen, I was delighted, obviously, after a disappointing performance on the Saturday. To win on Tuesday was the most important thing. Obviously, the first half, we were under a lot of pressure. We defended the box really well. I thought the team's attitude was fantastic to make sure that we came in at 0-0 at half-time, and we tweaked a couple of things. And then the second half performance was much more like us. And, I was pleased with the efforts and the way we won the game.
Sondre came on, made a big impact when he was introduced. Easy to forget those were his first team minutes for quite a while. How's he reacted to that? Is he okay? Yeah,
he seems fine. Sonny's such a lively character and a bubbly person, and most importantly, he's a really good human being, and he's been fantastic with the group since he's been injured. And he's a player that we're all very happy that he's back involved with the squad, and hopefully now he can stay fit and make a big impact.
It was great to see how pleased his teammates were for him to be back. Equally great to see how everyone was delighted for David Ozo to score. What does that say about what you've built in that dressing room and are still building in that dressing room?
Yeah, listen, we've had a fantastic dressing room. Last season it was very strong. This season it's very strong as well. We're building, we're growing, and as a group through difficult moments, you know, that makes you a lot stronger. The dressing room sticking together, we're picking up points. We're not where we want to be, of course. We're not the finished article, but what we are work in progress, and you can see there's some good signs us getting better. But most importantly, the group are very, very strong, and they look after each other. And throughout the season, that's going to really play a big part in our success.
And just to check on the rest of the group, everyone okay injury-wise?
Yeah, everyone's fine. Everyone's good. It's great to have Owen back on the grass today and joining in, which is a massive plus for everyone. You know, so yeah, slowly we're getting everyone back fit, which is perfect.
Your busy week comes to a close against Queen's Park Rangers on Saturday. You spent 4 years there earlier in your coaching career. How important were those days at Loftus Road to you and your journey? Yeah,
listen, QPR's a really top club with great supporters there, you know, very family based, and you know, them 4 years I had as the assistant manager there, I was caretaker manager there on occasion as well. So, you know, it was a great grounding for me. Worked with some great coaches, some really good players, so it was good.
They won in the week as well. They're on a good run at the moment, QPR.
They are, yeah. They're a really good team. They've recruited very well. They're coached very well, and I went to the game last night and watched them. You know, and they're very well organised, hard to play against. So, you know, it's going to be a really difficult game for us. But again, you know, one we're really looking forward to.
I know you work ridiculous hours. Do you always prefer to see your team in the flesh when you can? Yeah,
given the opportunity, you know, I like to see the opposition play live 100%. You know, I think you can pick up one or two things from that. But, you know, if not, we've got a great analysis team here as well, which give us lots of information. So, you know, it's a group effort.
And to finish on you, you got that win on Tuesday. What's the message for everyone as you try to make it back-to-back wins at Pride Park on Saturday?
I thought the support on Tuesday was outstanding. You know, the way we stuck to our task was key, but you know, the supporters second half really got right behind the group, and you know, we're going to need them again on Saturday. You know, we stick together through thick and thin, and we keep building, and hopefully on Saturday we can have another positive performance and see where it takes us.
That's Derby boss John Eustace. Now, we've had drama in the Championship already this weekend. Preston coming from behind to beat Sheffield United last night and climb up to 5th, at least for now. Coventry and Middlesbrough lead the way. You have to go down to 10th for the first of the relegated sides. That's Leicester. Derby within 4 points of the top half after their win on Tuesday. The big news at the bottom of the Championship, though, is that Sheffield Wednesday finally entered administration on Friday. An automatic 12-point penalty has already been applied to them. That puts them 15 from safety. Hillsborough expected to be packed today for the visit of Oxford United, one of 8 3:00 games in the Championship, including Middlesbrough at home to Wrexham. Leaders Coventry kick off shortly against Watford, Ipswich and Portsmouth also at home in the lunchtime lineup. And here at Pride Park Stadium at 3:00 it is Derby County against Queen's Park Rangers. You can watch this one on RamsTV everywhere outside the UK. So get your Game Pass now at dcfc.co.uk, and we'll see you for Matchday Live at 2:30. Goodbye for now.